Hey there, it's Wayfair here, where delivery and setup are as easy as a few taps on your phone. You're relaxing in an old hammock, scrolling Wayfair's app, when you spot it, a brand new patio set. Next thing you know, Wayfair delivers it right to your patio and sets it up. Oh, you need a new grill too? All right, Wayfair's got you covered. With Wayfair's Room of Choice delivery and fast expert setup on qualifying orders, life gets a little easier. Visit wayfair.com or the Wayfair app.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
The first Top Shelf Country Cruise promised big, and it delivered. Now the bar's set. If you were there, you know. If you weren't, it's time to get on board. Set sail aboard the Celebrity Summit in March 2027, where laid-back luxury meets country fun. We're talking toes in the sands of Bimini, fun in the sun in Key West and Cozumel, live band karaoke, trivia, bingo, and performances from Riley Green, Chris Young, Lauren Elena, Randy Houser, and more. Lock in your cabin now at TopShelfCountryCruise.com.
This is the Black Tax. There's an African proverb that goes, knowledge is a garden. If it isn't cultivated, you can't harvest it. Oftentimes, I am asked to attend meetings with colleagues who are independent thinkers, have their own businesses, and they're trying to show the potential client that they have a knowledgeable team that knows what they're doing and that they can do this job very well. In this instant, I was asked to attend a meeting about a reboot of a TV show that was going to be on VH1. And the individuals involved in the show had already had a season or 2 seasons already, and the show was kind of on the chopping block because it wasn't getting the ratings that it needed. And so they brought this individual in who was desperate to get back into the business as a means to help them find a new strategy and a new marketing space and a movement. And he asked me to go with him to the meeting, which was fine. I went to the meeting, sat down, we laughed, we giggled. There were questions that were asked. And then when it became issues about copyright and trademark, marketing materials of the copyright and the trademark, what did I think needed to happen in order to kind of move forward the agenda that they were trying to move. So one of the individuals asked me a question and I answered it. And then the other partner who's managing these individuals asked me a question and I answered it. And for the next 20 minutes, they just fired questions and I'm answering question after question, giving them some insight. They're taking notes, and this is a great movement. The gentleman who asked me to come to the meeting, ego is now getting involved because he feels like I'm trying to steal his clients. We go on, we laugh, we giggle. They ask me a question. He interrupts. He says, well, I think what we need to do is let me get back to you on that so that I can give you an answer and a solution of, different ways to handle that. Now, I'm a thinker, and I think on my feet. I don't need to tell anyone, well, I'll get back to you with that answer and let me know, unless it's something I don't know. And normally, I need an hour, figure it out, and come right back to you. But in this instance, he felt like he needed to stop what he thought was happening, and it wasn't. So the meeting's over. The gentleman who's managing these 2 people says something to me and discovered that he and I belong to the same fraternity. We also are both 4-letter Masons. And so we had our own private little huddle where we talked about stuff. that are related to those two organizations. And, we exchange numbers on that level, not on a business level. So we're coming out and we're laughing, and he grips me once, and I grip him. He grips me, I grip him. A handshake, guys. And we go on our way. So we get in the car, and we're driving back, and he pulls over, and he says, "Don't you ever embarrass me like that again." I was like, "How did I embarrass you?" He says, "You went in there grandstanding. You went in there trying to take my client. You're not going to take my client, and you're wrong." And I was like, "First off, I don't want them as clients, number one. Number two, if it was my job to make you shine and make you shine in a way that we all know, that I know what I'm talking about as a part of your team, then I did my job." He goes, "Well, why did you have a private conversation with him?" Because he and I share some things that you and I don't share. Well, what is it that you and I don't share that he and you share? He's a Mason and a member of my fraternity. So you couldn't let me know what you guys were talking about? No. Because if you haven't crossed, then you don't get to know. I got out the car, got an Uber, and went back to my office. When people ask other people who are knowledgeable about topics that they need in order to make themselves look good, you can't get mad when the person who knows what he's talking about talks. We are so jaded when it comes to each other that we think anytime we get an opportunity and somebody else comes in who is black, that they're trying to take that opportunity from them. Not everybody wants that. Not everybody wants what you want. Some of us have our own goals. Most of us who do that don't know what they want. They have an idea, but they don't have a rock solid plan. He didn't have a rock solid plan. And so when I walk into a space and I do what I do, instantly I become the problem. Sometimes you have to do, and this is for my own conversation to myself that I've had to have oftentimes. Not everybody who is black is kinfolk. All folk ain't kinfolk. All skinfolk ain't kinfolk. And sometimes you have to pick your battles with whom you want to work with and who you don't want to work with. You have a choice to shine. Never let anybody outshine you. Because your shine is your shine, their shine is their shine, and they're both very different in different ways in different spaces. So I want you to think about when you decide to help people, what is the value it brings to you? Does it move your goals forward? And if it does, is it worth the headache